and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline report. You've been a part of this league for quite some time. What were some of your favorite cities to visit?
Well, it's hard to not include some of the big market cities. L.A., New York, Chicago, Boston, in part because those teams were really good and they also had great fan bases and fun venues to play in.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Mikal Bridges out there with Fears. Then there's Klingon. Then it's King. Here's Golick, sinks the three-pointer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to King. Here's Klingon. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. He brought up the difficulties that come along with guarding Devin Booker, and he told me the hard part with Book is that he's a three-level scorer and a willing passer. He's not just an isolation scorer. They use him in a lot of different actions, so you're constantly chasing him. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Pass to Fears. Toronto working the ball around now. Back to King. In the corner, it's Bridges. From past the arc, Vassell grabs the board.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Guarded by Walker. Bridges left side. Pass to King. Now Bridges. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Golick. Walker a screen. And again, New York with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
So for New York, their last game will win against Indiana.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Edey a screen. Puts up a deep three. Toronto grabs the miss. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And on paper, you call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
To end the cold streak, jump shot is good that time.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any two-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
Pass to Bridges. Back to King. Here's Fears. Now here's King. Bridges, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Several teams changing it up here. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Walker finds Maxey. Edey a screen. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Fear. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. So it's the Knicks now. Now here's Maxey. From deep. Sinks the triple. He's got 12.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter. Carrying the load for sure.
Pass to Podziemski. Martin with a screen on Curry. Podziemski trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Outside, Maxey. And here is Curry. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shoots. He trains the quick shot.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now Maxey. Nothing on the board. From deep three-point land, bangs home the trifecta.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D shifts.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Substitution on the court.
It's Martin on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. On the wing, Bridges. Outside, Martin. Misses the 3.
You know he wants that one back. Right in his wheelhouse.
Pass to Kolek. Here's Swift. Now Ware. Beauchamp passes to Curry. Over Bridges. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Brandon goes about his business in a very quiet way, but he always gets the job done. He never calls attention to himself, never gets flustered. There's a calmness to his game that you have to admire.
The first one falls. That one misses. Here's Beauchamp.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And so the first quarter is in the books. New York ahead. They're up by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Edwards. Mikal Bridges out there with Podziemski. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Martin in at the 4-man position. Shot clock at 5. Bridges for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
3 points.
Bridges got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Toronto. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move, going from good to great.
tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Mozgov. Lets the three fly. Swift grabs the miss. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Beauchamp. Still yet to score. Pass to Kolek. Here's Swift. Here's Kolek. Three-pointer. Kenyon Martin comes up with the rebound. Here's Edwards. Picked off in midair. Here's Kolek. Edwards defending. Here's Curry. Nice shot from the wing. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Group in now for the Raptors. And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. Jeremiah Fears, third.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
The Knicks making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Outside, Green. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Back to King. It's deflected. Curry with the steal. Pass to Kolek. Right side to Walker. And Clark, I've got to say, you might have been one of the first true combo forwards. And that's not a rarity anymore.
No, it's common. It's actually 13 to a dozen now when you talk about the versatility of forwards in this league. And sizes going north of 6'8", ability to make threes and go rack to rack. You're not boxed into any one position nowadays. It's all about being a skilled, versatile basketball player regardless of your size, and I love it for the game and for the spectators.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Well, before games, Jared Allen makes a point of fist bumping and connecting not just with the teammates and coaches, but team staff, security, ball boys. He said it's showing everybody love. They're all a part of it. I'm getting them hyped for the game, and it gets me going too. Back to you, Kevin.
All about that connection. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Bridges, releases, and Ware pulls it down.
Letting him have that from mid-range. Defense dodged the bullet there.
Here's Kolek. It's Curry outside, and it's King with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Back to Walker. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Fears with it. No scoring in this one. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Raptors making a switch here. The Knicks leading by 7. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Knicks making a switch here. Mason's checked in. And here's Maxey. Hasn't made one yet. And the basket by Vassell.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Pass to King. Now Fears. All sorts of time. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 8.
That is good offense. Unselfish play.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Outside, Walker, the 3. Offensive rebound. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 10.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Pass to Martin. Guarded by Mason. Raptors moving the ball around. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Mason. New York leading by 10. Vassell outside. From deep, Maxey. That one's in. His first shot this game.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Out to the wing. Pass to Fear. Martin for 3. The rebound by Mason.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And it's Vassell in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks out front as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The Timberwolves out in Minnesota will go up against the Heat. 7:30 Eastern for the tip-off in that one.
This is going to be either a lopsided game or a terrific upset.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Knicks.
Yeah, it's been a barrage of
Thanks for joining us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And it's the Knicks with the ball. This is the most they've led by 13 points. We've got Devin Vassell, Jarris Walker out there with Edey. And it's Kolek in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. And the dunk by Edey.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Pass to Kolek. And a minute played as the second half gets going. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. Shooting 78%.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Yep, it counts.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Number 27. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Now Fears. Scoreless thus far. Bridges outside. Pass to Fears. And the 3 off target. The Knicks leading by 14. Here's Kolek. Lets it go from the wing, and he knocks down the jumper. He's got 23.
I really like the start here. Great aggressiveness, red hot to start this half.
Bridges outside. And another basket for Toronto.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Took him no time at all on that one.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The Raptors third.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
Pass to Fears. Toronto working the ball around now. Bridges outside. And here is King. Bridges outside. Here's Fears. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edey with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 16. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the league is hoping for more competition for the All-Star game, and one idea to motivate the players is more prize money for the winning team. It worked for the Emirates Cup. The All-Star festivities drive revenues and publicity for the league, so those that are advancing this suggestion say, put some money on it. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Pass to King. Now Bridges. Back to King. Here's Fears. Now here's Bridges. Hits the three-point bomb. Bridges has got 16 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And the shot goes in.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Pass to King. Guarded by Walker. Let's go. It's rebounded by New York. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Kolek. 1:58 left in the third. And there's another one for the Knicks.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
There's the steal. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. 32 points in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New York.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Outside, Martin. There's a screen. And they get it. Connects from three-point range. He's got 16.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Covered by Martin. Pass to Kolek. Here's the three. Martin gets the rebound. Raptors trail by 17. Here's Brandon. And here's Martin. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Out to Bridges. His three-pointers off the mark. New York leading by 17. Outside Curry. Shoots over Bridges. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so it's New York out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Setting the floor for the Raptors. King is out there with Green. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Fears. And it's Yang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Pass to Fears. Outside, Green. Fears with it. From downtown, Swift grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Nexie, King with the block. Into the lane, and it's Pajemski in the corner. Pass to Fears. Toronto working the ball around now. And Green now, top of the key. Here's Yang. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
If you don't box him out, he's going to make you pay.
Outside Curry. On the wing, Walker drills it from outside. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice playmaking by Maxey, an overlooked part of his game.
Back to Pajemski. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it. Guys?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Edey finds Maxey. Now, here's Walker. Back to Maxey. Pass to Walker. Jump shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
It's good.
With his size, King is a real handful inside. Tough to defend him around the basket.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Beauchamp. Back to Walker. Shoots over King. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Walker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now Fears. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
New York leading by 13. On the wing, Walker. Jsk grabs the board.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Back to King. Pass to Fears. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Maxey with the ball for New York. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside, Walker shoots over King. Edey. Oh, what a finish.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Trail by 13. Now here's Bridges. Guarded by Walker. Here's Bridges. No good from 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Fires away from outside. Oh, he hits the deep 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Up again. It's off target. The Knicks leading by 16. Here's Kolek. And it misses.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for New York.
Their superior ball handling, 1-4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. Raptors trail by 18. Now Fears. Jacks up a three. Doesn't get that one. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Such a wide open look.
And it's just competing. You know,
Let's go. Okay, player.
and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports? Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Corralling rebounds, these teams are excellent at it. How does that help a team's energy, Doris?
Well, I think you work so hard to contest shots. You have to finish the possession by making sure you corral the defensive rebound. Such an important part of the game.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. We've got Bailey. Shepard is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Mo Bamba.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Bailey. Takes the three. Gets the three to fall.
Yeah, Shepard has a knack of getting his teammates open looks.
Bailey's gone 1 for 2 from deep. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Timberwolves. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Shepard. Lets it go from the wing. No good, off the front rim. Here's Payton. Screen by Robinson. Here's Wade. The three. And he jams it home with authority.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Left side, Robinson. Pass to Payton. Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. And here's Bailey for three. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Bailey's got his second bucket of the night.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And what really stands out about Cody Martin, he is relentless out there, Doris.
There is something about those tough, gritty, highly competitive guys that are willing to compete on every possession, to do things defensively that others aren't willing to do. There's always a place in a rotation for guys like that. Boy, hard to operate any more efficiently than this guy has this quarter.
Pass to Wade. This one for three. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Well, this guy has turned himself into a solid three-point threat. Dwayne Wade, early in his career, put a ton of time in to make sure he could make shots from out there.
Here's Bailey. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Lets the three fly. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. And on the 2K leaderboard, the teams that have stonewalled offenses over the last month. Fourth, the Timberwolves.
You know, they're pressuring the ball more, challenging every single shot. Their defense has been playing at a really high level.
Ford's checked in for Shepard. The Heat with the lead. Pass to Ford. They set the pick. Hits the three-pointer.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Wade. The three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Screen by Bamba. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Back to Wade. Takes a three. Drops in the three. Wade's got 9.
Well, he's turned himself into a smooth shooting two-man, right? Wade delivers time and time again.
Pass to Ford. There's a screen. Out to the right wing. From deep. He drops it from range. 6 points for him.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Now on the court is your Jsk S3 Get on the other.
In for Minnesota. Aaron Gordon comes in for Wade. And Miami also making a switch. Williams is checked in. There's a minute 47 left in the opening quarter. Outside Payton. Pass to Gordon. There's the triple. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
Outside Edwards. 1:16 left in the first. Connects from downtown. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Payton finds Robinson. Gordon outside. Covered by Bamba. Williams grabs the board. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Edwards looking it over. To the wing, right side. Outside, Williams. And again, it's Miami from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Payton with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Number 11, 2 shots.
That free throw no good. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw is good. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Heat out in front, up by 4. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
We've got Elfrid Payton, and it's Nene in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Back to Ivy. All alone. Nene grabs the board.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Pass to Bargnani. For 3. Rebounded by Bailey. Miami has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Ivy, a screen on Payton. Here's Ford. He's scoreless. Back to Ivy. Clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. And he connects with a jumper. And the Heat lead by 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And there's the screen. Here's Bargnani. Some solid defense from Williams. Miami leading by 3. Pass to Ford. And here's Ivy. And here's Bailey for 3. No good. 3 for 7 shooting so far. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Bargnani. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. You can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Here's Jokic. Bargnani pulls it in.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
They set a pick. Payton attacking. Gordon outside. Pass to Peterson. Now here's Gordon. Unloads. And the basket by Bargnani. Bargnani's got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you, he is becoming a very dependable passer. I love how Aaron Gordon puts the team first above anything else.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
You take a look at Edwards. He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Pass to Wade. Lets it go from deep. On target from range. Wade's got 12 points.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Wide open look. And Bailey gets it to go. 13 points in the game.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Pass to Wade. Here's the three. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Norris from the 11th pick in 2018, the last year's league MVP. How did Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make that kind of leap?
Well, you don't get there without incredible work habits. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts time in the offseason to grow every single aspect of his game. There's also maturity he plays with beyond his years. You can't speed him up. He's a 3-level scorer, and he contributes to one of the most dangerous defenses in the league.
And here's Shepard for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Minnesota has got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Pass to Wade. Fires the 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Well, Dwayne Wade's simply dominating on offense, and he's making it look easy, guys.
Here's Bailey. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep. Bailey's got 19 points.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Checked in for Peterson. Bama's checked in for Miami. And looking at second chance points last year, here were the teams that did the most damage on the offensive glass. 5th, the Timberwolves.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Pass to Wade. Puts up a 3. Rebound Miami. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
They set the pick. And here's Shepard for 3. Hauled in by Brown. Timberwolves trail by 3. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Robinson. Pass to Wade. 4-3. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Bailey. He's coming off a 40-point game against Utah. Bamba, a screen on Brown. And here's Bailey for 3. Offensive rebound.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Heat out in front. They lead by 2. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and just not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
I think for the Timberwolves, it's a long season, but you don't want to dig yourself in a hole this early.
In a few months, they won't even remember the bad start. Unless they keep losing, then they will.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. The Timberwolves trail. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Shepard is out there with Edwards. Then it's Mo Bamba. Then it's Bailey. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
And the Heat shooting 56% today. Pass to Bailey. Here's Shepard. From the arc. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Shepard. Shepard's got 8 assists here tonight. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. On the wing, Wade, guarded by Edwards. Wade, pass to Payton. Back to Wade. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Bamba. Outside Edwards.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention, Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Wade, that's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Bailey. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And one thing about this game, Grant, On any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players. So if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. You take a look at Bamba, third in rebounding, a force down low.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Wade. The three is up. Rebound by the Heat. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Shepard. Here's Bailey. 27 points for him. Miami moving it around. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Knocks it down from distance.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
Now here's Payton. Still without a bucket. Wade. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
Well, Doris, when it comes to the mid-range game, is anyone better than SGA?
Boy, when you think of the all-time efficient greats, Kevin Durant comes to mind. But SGA is carving out that kind of career. You can post him from the mid-range. His handle gets him to the spots on the floor he wants. He wears that area of the floor out.
And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pass to Bailey. There's the 3. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Bailey's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside Payton. And he's going for the oop here. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it.
It just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And the Heat making a change here. Ford's checked in. Heat leading by 4. Pass to Bailey from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Payton. No points yet. They get it back. And here's Robinson. Buries the 7-footer.
Mitchell Robinson's field goal percentage is high, and the reason is these are the kinds of looks he creates.
Pass to Bailey. Launches it. Nails it from 3. Bailey's got 11 points here in the second half.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Back to Payton. Here's Wade. 3-pointer. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. screen by Bamba. Beyond the arc. Bailey's shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Wade for the lead. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Timberwolves making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. The Heat in second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor. Always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
The Heat have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Miami moving it around. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 17. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Here's Wade. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and the putback.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Pass to Jack. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. And here's Bailey for three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Payton. Covered by Jokic. Good D by Jokic.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Pass to Bailey, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bailey.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
5 ticks left in the third quarter. Fires from way outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Aaron Gordon, and it's Peterson in a 2-guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Williams. Here's Shepard. Smith with a screen on Payton. And here's Shepard for three. Knocks down the long J. And the Heat lead by 3.
Well, this is Shepard's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And stolen by Edwards. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Off target with the three. Here's Peterson. Pass to Brown. Here's Bargnani, guarded by Edwards. Brown scanning the floor. They set the screen to take the lead. Oh, good D by Edwards.
Right, sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
And he's going for the lob, and stolen by Brown. And here's Payton. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Outside Edwards. Pass to Shepard. Now Jokic. Gordon pulls it in.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Outside, Brown. Now here's Payton. Here's Bargnani. Outside, Brown. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Teams will make substitutions. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Shepard. Sinks the tray. Shepard's got 6 here in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Peterson from behind the arc. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Bailey. The 3 ball. And the Heat, another 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside Payton. Pass to Peterson. Outside Payton. Here's Peterson. Fires for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Good! Another from 3.
Oh, my. He is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Just checked in for Miami. Heat trail by 4. Here's Shepard. Bailey. He's off from 3.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Payton with it. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, it misses.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Bailey. No good from 3. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Outside Payton. Now Robinson. Oh, can't hit the jumper. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bailey. Beyond the arc. Robinson rips down the board. Minnesota's gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. .105 left to play in the fourth quarter. Banks it home. Big shot.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it. Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Take a break. Inside.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so here is Miami. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Robinson with the block.
Rim protection at its finest. Mitchell Robinson, such a presence.
Mitchell Robinson.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So it's Miami now. 6-point game. Bailey can't hit it.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
And he nails it! And now we've got an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Edwards fires! Oh, off target from downtown. And an intentional foul right there.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Mitchell Robinson, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now our player of the game.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday Night Cover. You know, Greg, when you look at the Eastern Conference, is it fair to say that both the teams we've got in this one are two of the top contenders?
Oh, no doubt. This could be an Eastern Conference Finals preview. In fact, I expect one of these squads to represent the East in the finals.
A look at the Magic starting group. We've got Divac. Thompson is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Mike Bibby to the wing right side. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Thompson outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Castle. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The three. Rebounded by the Bucks. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Ibaka with the screen on Castle. Out to the right wing. Puts it up. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Down low. It's stolen by Ibaka. Inside. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, this supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis.
Milwaukee trails by 4. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Orlando, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Bibby with it. Off target with his 3.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Pass to Duran. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Thompson outside. Back to Bibby. Thompson outside. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Castle. Another shot, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Very sharp defensive instincts. There's no easy shots when Ibaka is around.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. switching. Diaw's checked in. Knippel's checked in for the Magic. In the corner, it's Dunleavy. Shot clock at 6. Money from the wing. Dunleavy's got 6. The Magic have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Trains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Milwaukee trails by 5. Pass to Diaw. Maybe against Castle. Takes the 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Here's Castle. He has yet to score.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
To the left side wing. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Diaw. A 3-ball. The rebound by Ibaka. Orlando leading by 5. Now Bibby. Ibaka with the screen on Castle. For 3. Hits it from three-point range. 11 points in the game.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's Castle. Pass to Diaw. It's up a 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Divac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Launches it from deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Knippel out there with Dragic. Then it's Divac. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Scola in at the power forward.
I see you. What's the roll?
Thompson outside. Off target from outside. Milwaukee trails by 11. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Pass to Cephalosha. Over Scola. Cephalosha misses. Magic leading by 11. Here's Knippel. Magic moving the ball around. Now here's Divac. And here's Dragic. Fires from deep. Julius Randle with the rebound. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Randall kicks to Smith. Randall outside. Defended by Divac. Divac grabs the board. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he's good on the three ball. Thompson's got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back over to you.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Duran, he's checked in for Randall. Asar Thompson comes in for Cephalosha. Dunleavy's checked in for Smith. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Chalmers. Duran with a screen on Bibby. Pass to Dunleavy. Jacks up a 3. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around. Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
Here's Bibby. Still scoreless. Stolen by Thompson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Dunleavy. He's looking for Duran and finds him. Now Dunleavy. Now, here's Duran. 5 on the clock. They set the pick. Here's Castle. Second chance shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
For 3, Bibby, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Cleveland. Pass to Castle. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Castle's got 6.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Duren sets the screen for Castle. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
The Bucks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Magic.
2 minutes remaining.
Lets it go from deep. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith outside. Back to Castle. Smith outside. Shot from the wing. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
1:27 left in the second quarter. They get it back. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Dragic. Fires the three. The Magic again can't hit.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Nice shot by Smith.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Chalmers, he's checked in for Smith. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 15-6 run. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Pass to Duren. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
So when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Jang, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a switcher also for Orlando. Dragic is checked in.
Get there, get there.
Lets it go with the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Magic lead by 5. Ellie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops. And I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fitting them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Taking a look.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Now, Castle. They've got Dunleavy. Also, Stephon Castle out there. Thompson is out there with Jalen Duren. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Thompson passes to Dunleavy. Now, Castle. Pass to Dunleavy. Latrey carries it from three-point range. Dunleavy's got the first bucket of the third here for the Bucks.
And this is what he does. Stretch the floor with deep range. You have to close out hard on Dunleavy.
Thompson from long range. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Dunleavy. He's got 9. And the foul on Mike Bibby. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Bucks passing it around.
Number 30. First personal foul. Second team foul.
That's to Dunleavy. In the corner, Castle with it. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
That jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle. So it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
There's the 3. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
To the middle. It's tipped. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle.
Boy, that was bad. It was like they were running different plays.
And Orlando has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Castle. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. To the paint. Takes it off the glass. He's got 9.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. Number 1, Amen Thompson.
You know, there are some things he does really well on the perimeter, but in the paint, his rebounding is as impressive as anything else he does on the floor.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Ibaka with a screen on Castle. A good-looking shot from the wing. 22 points for him. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to them?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption, even if you don't get the steal. Messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Orlando trailing here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Quick shot there, and it's off target. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Pass to Duran. Divac comes with the double team. Here's Dunleavy. Back to Castle. And here is Duran. Bibby covering. Out to Thompson for the three. The rebound by Ibaka. Orlando's gone into a slump here from three-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Castle on the wing. 11 points in the game. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Checked in for the Bucks. And to change for the Magic. Dragic is checked in. Pass to Bibby. Ibaka with the screen on Smith. Deep 2 from Bibby. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Bibby's got 5 points so far.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Smith left side. They set the pick. Smith on the wing. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Magic. Divac has got rebound number 8 now on the night for the lead. And the layup good by Ibaka. And the Magic lead by 1.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Smith right side. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Bibby. Back to Dragic. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And stolen by Castle. Inside, it's stolen by Divac. Dragic against Castle. And here's Dragic, still without a basket. Divac a screen on Castle. Ibaka for 3. Off target from downtown. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bucks ahead, up by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the floor for the matchup. Devon's out there with Scola. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Knipple. And it's Dragic in at the point. Milwaukee in the lead. Spins. By Scola, falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Thompson outside to tie it up. Rebounded by the Bucks.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Stolen by Knipple. It's blocked. Smith outside. And it's blocked by Devos. On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Cephalosha. And Thompson kicks to Scola. Pass to Knipple. There's Dragic with the three. Milwaukee leading by 3. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Chalmers.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Jock Landale. Thompson comes in for Cephalosha. Dunleavy's checked in for Smith. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Chalmers. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Monday, they'll be facing Andrew Wiggins and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be the 6th contest on the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
The Magic trail by 5. Thompson passes to Bibby. There's the triple. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Castle. There's a good screen. Back to Thompson. Here's Dunleavy. And Thompson kicks to Dunleavy. 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. From down in the low post, it goes. Now it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Hands it from downtown. And he has 28 points for the game.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Castle against Bibby. Castle up top. Pass to Dunleavy. And Thompson kicks to Dunleavy. The Bucks working the ball around. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson. The Magic trail by 4. Now, here is Bibby. Ibaka with a screen on Castle. Shoots the 3. It's good!
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now, Castle. Oh, the slam dunk.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. The Magic trail by 3. Now, here is Bibby. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Thompson with it. Lets it go from 14. Duran got it to go off the glass.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
2 minutes.
Ibaka with the screen on Castle. There's the shot. That's off.
And he's very confident from that range. But you can't make him out.
Now, Duran throws it down. What an assist!
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. Knocks down the 3.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Duran with the screen on Bibby. Can't get it. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
To take the lead. That one is off. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Defended by Ibaka. Another chance. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for two, Stephon Castle.
Shooting two.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Pressure moment for Castle.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Well, how about the poise he showed there? Making this a two-possession game.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Down the three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble deep.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Shoots the three. To tie it up. The long shot, no good. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul. Milwaukee, Stephon Castle, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForge.
Coming up next, the Bulls. How much tinkering do you think coaches are still doing at this point in the season, Stan?
Well, plenty, believe me. Even if you're undefeated, there's always room for improvement and now is when you want to start to make those adjustments.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. They've got Precious Achiuwa. He's out there with Clint Capella, and it's Edgecombe in at the 2-guard.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Jacks up a 3, and again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Screen by Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Yeah, an action Capella knows well. Using his body to disrupt the defense and carve out some space to score.
Pass to Houston. Let's go with a 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
And this is a matchup they expect to win. Certainly, last year they were the stronger ball club.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
From downtown. Six on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Capella with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The quick look, no good that time. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to McMillan. Here's Houston. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. 3-pointer. No luck on that one.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Here's Capella. The layup misses. The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Pass to Houston. Here's McMillan. 9 points in his last outing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul of the game. Memphis on D. Chicago passing it around. Outside Coulibaly.